All right, welcome back, guys. So I need to get back to doing body work. The 3D printing stuff, it's coming along, but it's the first time I've ever done like the 3D printing and trying to mold and stuff. So that stuff is, I think I got the front splitter precise now. So we're printing that off as we speak, and hopefully in a day or two I'll have it where I can glue it all together and do the final test fit. And then on the back, I'm still trying to do little test pieces and test fits. So like I said, it's a big work in progress, but we're getting there. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, so that's what we're up to. But I'm gonna get back to doing this. I am just catching just a little bit still right in here, so I'm gonna take this down and then even a little bit further and smooth it out. So I want it to be able to just close without touching that headrest. And it's already adjusted to where I can't really adjust anymore. So I'm trying out my new belt sander here. Let me get a mask and then we'll yeah, so this is making real quick work of that. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm basically have to cut out that little section and take it down and then refiberglass it and then kind of smooth it out to blend it in, because I don't see how any other way. I don't see any other way that I'm gonna get around it. Like I said, because everything else is adjusted where it needs to be. I even adjusted the seat a little bit. It's still just kind of, I don't know. You know, even my other seat, the original seats that came with it, instead of these Fiero seats, it hit it too. So something's just a little off. So what I'm gonna do is like I said, I'm just gonna kind of go all the way down, smooth it out, straighten it out that way, and make that little band on the end a little more thick, or a little bit thinner. So once I fix that, then I can come in and you know, basically this bottom is pretty much ready to be painted. I gotta hit a few little spots, but not really, because the weather stripping is gonna go where that other weather stripping is. So like I can take the old weather stripping off real quick like this. You know, just hit it with the belt sander in little areas. But it doesn't have to be perfect, because that's weather stripping kind of. So we're gonna finish over there and then come back, fiberglass it, and straighten it out. All right, so now that I got the basic shape, I'll clean it up, and I'll put one strand of fiberglass going this way, and then a few going underneath. Of course, I'm gonna cut this off, and we want one thin one on top, and then the rest going along the bottom until we get our you know, thickness. I think maybe only like 2 on the bottom, and then once that hardens up, then we can come by and see if it closes, and then we can straighten it out with Bondo and you know, other things, and see how close we get it. But yeah, gotta cut it off to right there. Well, fiberglass. I know I kind of went a little deep. Like I said, it's just these aftermarket seats for these Fiero seats. They sit just a little bit different, and but I want them to be equal with the driver's seat. So when it's all closed, yeah, see, it'll be closer to where it'll sit, and then we can, you know, it'll look flush. It'll look better. Because if not, this seat sits up just a little bit, and like I said, I've adjusted the seat, and I've even unbolted it a little bit and tried to move it, wiggle it around. It's just not doing it. So yeah, so we're just going to straighten this out a little bit. You won't even be able to tell once I'm done. I might have to work a little more on that corner, but like I said, we'll get it nice and flush to where you won't even be able to tell. All right, we'll let that fiberglass try to harden up a little bit, and then we'll come by and do a few more pieces. After that, maybe just one or two more on the bottom. I'm using cardboard, just kind of hold it up, and you know, that way I can peel the cardboard away. That's no big deal. But just to kind of get that flat. And I think we need one more, at least on the bottom for sure. And we'll be done with the fiberglass there. Okay. So while that's doing its thing, we can go ahead and start moving down to the side here. I can start sanding that down a little bit. The paint overall is pretty good on it. Right here, I just have to get it flat, and it's along here that's rough, and the edge is right through here. So it's not going to take a whole lot for this. So I can just probably could just get on my DA here and just kind of go over it real quick. Go over it with I don't know if I should do 60. Yeah, let's try something else besides 60 before we get too crazy with it. And then like I said, it doesn't need a whole lot left there. It just needs kind of a skiff along the side of there. Then I can move over. I'll do the sides and then come and do the very back. Just enough to where I can primer it and see, like, you know, some of the scratches and stuff that I missed, because I can see right here where I'm gonna have to fix a few things. So before I paint it. All right, so I'm gonna try a 150 pad and kind of just see what it does real quick. Alright, so that's really going really good on that quarter panel on the side there. Now the back, it's going to be a different story. I'm going to start taking off the letters and working on the sides and the lights and stuff like that. It's a little way more rough down here. It's starting to crack where those panels are. So I'll be doing some fiberglass work. It's just, you know, it's just kind of more of a hodgepodge back here. So this is going to take a little bit down in these areas. Just because we want it just nice. Yeah, so we got to fix a little bit of stuff down there, and let's make it look a little bit better. So it'll take a little bit longer on the back end. The sides are just fine. Like I said, it just needs a scuff. The paint's fine on that side. It's nice and tough. No big chips or anything like that, so we'll be able to work out with that. But like I said, the back, it's gonna take a little bit. All right, so here's a little bit of the work done to it. I need to grind it down just a little bit more. I'm gonna work on the back side, get the back side done. It's nice and stiff. One way to blend this in with the rest, you can see it has a hard edge all the way down. If I start just taking the edge away, if I just start taking that little edge away, it'll blend in and you won't notice it. So see, if you start taking that little edge away. So I need to take the edge all the way down when I'm done. Then that way it'll just be like a little smooth round cover instead of having that edge. And so that way you can sneak it in a little bit easier and make it more round, and then keep the edge here along the top so we can make it more round. So that's how I'm gonna hide that. And like I said, if I didn't point it out, you guys would never know. All right, so now I need to work more on the back. I need to strengthen it up a little bit more in the back here, clean it up underneath, along the underside. And so you can kind of see that, you know, I got all that. So I need to clean it up a little bit more. Like I said, on the back side. And then that'll be almost ready. I still got a little bit of a dent right here, as you can tell. It's a little bit lower right there, but we can flush that out too. So little by little. That way we'll have the bottom done, and then we'll have the top going at the same time. Try and really get that in there, and these little pockets. Really want to try and get all that resin up in there. Fill it in there. Pushing it down in. Try to fill that up as much as we can here. Okay. There we go. I'll have to come by with one more round. Anyway, let that sit. All right, so then we'll let all that sit and harden up really good, and then we'll come by with one more where we'll take and just do normal Bondo, skiff over the top of it, and then work on the back and then on the top. I'm all out of actual real Bondo. All I got is fiberglass Bondo, so I'm gonna go buy some Bondo, and I need some more liquid resin. I don't know what I need left for the fiberglass resin. I shouldn't need a whole hell of a lot left, you know. So maybe I'll buy one more gallon and it'll be done. Because I just got to do my 3D printed stuff, but that'll only take, like I said, one or two layers of fiberglass over the 3D printed stuff, and then that'll be ready to go. Yeah, so we'll let that sand that down, get it smooth one more time, and I just wanted to fill in some of those that real, you know, empty spots there, and then that'll be ready to go. And And I should be able to paint the underside of here. So, because everything else is good underneath here, I just got to clean it up and scuff it up a little bit, and then I can go ahead and paint this all black. And I'll fix this up a little bit through here, that way I can paint that black, you know, the corners, and then I can work on the rest of the body. So, but yeah, so we're gonna get down in this corner here, finish that, then do the underside, paint that black. Like I said, under the corners all the way around, and then we can work towards the back and spray paint the deck lid. You know, because what I want to do is I want to spray paint this, put it in my weather stripping, let it sit for a couple of days, and then tape it off. You know, tape it off the weather stripping, then go ahead and just spray the top of this, and then that'll be done. And then, like I said, we can work our way on this back panel. All right, there we go. Matches the other one pretty well. So now this opens up nice and easy. So it's almost ready for a little bit of primer and then paint. So primer first, and then we'll have to wet sand it, you know, in all the right spots. Clean it down, wipe it down, and then we can paint it. But let's get this let's get the primer on. See if I got primer. We'll get a little bit of primer on that edge, filler primer, and see if I missed any spots. And there we go. For some stupid reason, I always miss pinholes, so that's why I put this filler primer on there. That way I know I can come back and catch these tiny little holes, fill them up with that U-pole. All right, that's looking pretty good. See, even looks pretty even too, you know. I mean, if you're really looking at it, you can see it comes down just a little bit, but like I said, only me and you are gonna know. So anyway, yeah, so then maybe tomorrow or the next day or whatever, I can wet sand that section and section throughout here, and then we'll be able to paint right through here and the back side of this and the deck lid, and get that put back together. I might also just do the back side. I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking of just doing the back side and then painting this, just the whole back at once. That's probably what I'm gonna do. So anyway, but still I need to fix a few things and get this one all prepped, but for sure paint the underneath. The underneath is ready to go, so nothing's really there I just need to clean it up. All right, guys, let's try and get this done by the end of September, huh? I'll be gone a week, you know, to work on the farm, and so that puts me at three weeks. See if I can get this done in 3 weeks. All right, see you next time.